By the mid-'80s, the Brat Pack or teen flicks were all the rage, with films like 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Well, after all those films, things began to take a dark turn, and it all began with this. River's Edge. Yep, that's him, Keanu Reeves, as Matt, one of the main characters. Matt, just so you know, Matt is the hero of the movie. So, what is the story of River's Edge? Well, like I said, it was a real dark turn for the teen genre. After that, the dark themes just kept on moving in. River's Edge is about a group of friends that discover their friend killed his girlfriend. Why? I'm not going to tell you why, because that's a major spoiler. I can tell you it was a very, very gruesome death, the way he killed her. That's all I can say. Dennis Hopper's in this movie. Dennis Hopper actually plays a really good supporting character. And I mean, like, usually he plays villains and, just creep folks here and there, but in this movie he's a real good guy. Like, a really good supporting character. Good guy with a troubled past. Let's just put it at that. Crispin Glover from the Back to the Future films. I liked Crispin Glover in Back to the Future, but in this movie he was a little bit, I think he was too much of a stoner character. This isn't a comedy movie. This is a very serious film. I know a lot of stoner films are comedy, like Seth Rogen and James Franco films, but this one, not a chance. It shows pretty much the full-blown dark side of what teen life is and what teenagers can do. To me, this was kind of a public service announcement saying, keep an eye on your kids because every single teenager on the planet is capable of doing something unspeakable, like a murder. That wasn't really depicted in films in those days, but that's pretty much calmed down in recent years. I guess people are getting concerned that it's going to influence other people to act like our antagonists in those kinds of films. This one I like because of the writing. The writing in this story was just original. Like, every movie that I like is original, plot or screenplay wise. This was very well written. The idea was original. It pushed or broke barriers or boundaries. It really was a dark but interesting take on the teen genre. This movie is actually hard to watch because it is based on a true story. It says so right here in the back of this DVD. I highly recommend that people rent DVDs instead of renting it off of the internet or iTunes, because when you get the DVD, you actually can read the back and it can tell you everything here about what the movie is, or like a summary of what the movie is. It also tells you who wrote it, and it also tells you who directed it, and I really think that you're going to have a good time watching this dark take on the teen genre. One of the first dark takes on the teen genre, I personally feel. The way I'm going to rate this, it's actually one of my all-time favorite movies, but I still have questions. I'm still on the fence when it comes to the acting, so I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 film cameras. I liked it mainly for the writing. And yes, because Keanu Reeves was in it, and Dennis Hopper in this movie is the show stealer, but the real hero, the character that we root for, is Keanu Reeves' character, Matt. So, I recommend that you rent this. If you have a library card and if your libraries are open, get it. Rent it. Because you have no idea what you're missing, folks. And people said that movie or video stores or rental stores shut down in recent years. No, that's why we have libraries, folks. Come on.